Hey guys, Darren Golden from Golden Solar, and welcome to another episode of The Green Stuff. I know it's been a long time since we've done an episode of The Green Stuff. Thanks for the patience. Been super busy installing hundreds of solar systems, had a baby, now a toddler, but I'm hyped to get in front of the camera, make some more video content for you guys. So thanks for joining me. As you can see here, we are on the rooftop of my townhome. This is my 11.7 kilowatt solar array, the power plant of the house. And today I want to talk to you guys about Powerwall version 2. I know what you're thinking. Isn't Tesla about to roll out Powerwall version 3? Yes, absolutely. We're super excited about it, but I wanted to talk to you guys about Powerwall version 2 now before Powerwall version 3 rolls out and Powerwall version 2 is no longer available. This is kind of our last call video because there are some cases where Powerwall 2 might make sense. Maybe somebody already has solar with Powerwall 2 and wants to add a few more batteries. Be nice to keep it in the same system. Or maybe somebody has solar already and wants to add batteries with Powerwall version 2, which are really designed as retrofits. So I want to talk to you guys about that today, show you guys my system. Let's get into it. So this is the Powerwall 2 system, and I just want to start off by going over the components. So over here we see the Tesla Powerwall version 2. I've got three of them. We've got Powerwall 3, Powerwall 2, Powerwall 1. What we have here is the solar inverter. This is just an electrical panel where all of the breakers aggregate. Powerwall 1, 2, 3, and the inverter. So this is where all of that equipment terminates. This is the Tesla backup gateway, which is the interface with the grid. And so here is the meter main combo, meter main breaker. This was built into the house. So one of the things that's really special about Powerwall 2 is that it was designed to work incredibly well as a retrofit to a home that had existing solar. So to give you guys the example, my inverter and the panels were installed in 2016 and I had them working. They worked great for about 3 to 4 years, and then at the very end of 2019 is when I installed my Tesla Powerwalls. What's so amazing about the Tesla Powerwall is that it's an AC coupled battery. That means it's a battery that delivers and receives alternating current. That's revolutionary. Before then, every other battery in solar and every other battery out there was a DC battery, was a direct current battery. What does that mean and why is that? Solar panels produce direct current. They're DC devices, if you will. Our homes use alternating current. The grid is AC. And so every solar system that's going to be connected to the grid needs an inverter. What the inverter does is it converts DC that the panels produce to AC that the home is going to consume. And it's also the interface with the grid. And so when there's a power outage, it's the inverter that's going to turn off to make sure that you're not backfeeding power to a downed grid and accidentally electrocuting a power line worker. Now, because batteries are inherently DC, common wisdom was to have a DC battery, which meant that there was a specialty inverter that was the same inverter used for changing DC to AC for the solar panels and DC to AC for the batteries. And that was all well and good, but it was very limited. First of all, you had to have that inverter in there from the beginning. And second of all, if you got multiple batteries, they would be in series. And so the more batteries you got, you'd start getting more energy storage, more kilowatt hours, but your amps would stay the same because you would be bottlenecked by the amps of that inverter. And so the inverter that worked with Powerwall version 1, which was a DC battery, was limited to 25 amps. And so Powerwall 1 was 10 kilowatt hours. That's how much energy they were. And so if you got 3 Powerwall 1s, let's say, you'd have 30 kilowatt hours, but you'd still only be limited to 25 amps. That meant you could not back up an air conditioner. And I don't know about you, but here in South Florida, if you cannot back up your air conditioner, you might as well not get a backup system. That is an essential load. So what Tesla realized when they developed Powerwall 2 is that they wanted something that was universal, that would work with any inverter. They wanted something that could work as a retrofit, and they wanted something that could be basically scalable to a very large extent. So that's why Powerwall 2 is so revolutionary. They broke that dependence on a third-party company, like the inverter, SolarEdge right here, because Powerwall 2 is designed to work with any inverter out there, whether it's Enphase, SolarEdge, SMA, Fronius, any inverter out there, because every inverter is going to do things differently on the DC side, in other words, on the side coming from the solar panels, but every inverter that's connected to the grid is going to do the exact same thing on the AC side. So it was designed to be universal, it was designed to be an easy retrofit, and it was designed to be completely scalable so we could have as many amps as we need to power some of those heavier loads, like a dishwasher, an air conditioner, a water heater, you name it. Powerwall 2 will get that job done. Well, no Powerwall video would be complete without a demonstration, because seeing is believing. This stuff is truly amazing, seeing how fast it responds. And so what I want to do is give you guys a demonstration of Powerwall 2 jumping in a simulated power outage. So this right here is my main breaker, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut it off. And so we're going to hear the click. That click is the sound of that breaker shutting off, and we're going to focus the camera on a computer screen and basically see what happens during a power outage. What you'll see is that it's so fast that the computer does not even reset. In other words, the amount of power stored in the capacitors in the computer is sufficient for the time it takes between when the grid goes down and the Powerwalls start powering the house. It's a matter of milliseconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'd say this is a full power outage right now, and the house is fully powered. So we've got the air conditioner on. Basically every single load in the house is on right now because of the backup power. Completely uninterrupted. There might be a brief flicker in the light in a matter of milliseconds, but the computer didn't even reset because of the power stored in the capacitors. Powerwall 3 is going to be an amazing product, and we're very excited about it, because one of the things that it's going to do is incorporate the function of an inverter into the Powerwall 3. That is specifically the inverter for the solar panels. So there's going to be a direct hookup from the solar panels to Powerwall 3. But what about homes that already have inverters? What about homes that have solar but don't have batteries? That's where Powerwall 2 still makes a lot of sense. I do believe that Powerwall 3 is also going to have that ability, although it's kind of reasonable to understand that that would be somewhat of a redundancy. So that's the reason we're making this video. This is a last call for Powerwall 2. Powerwall 2, I believe, still will make a lot of sense for a lot of people, and that in particular will be people that already have solar, already have an inverter, don't need that extra functionality of the inverter that's built into the Powerwall 3, or anybody that has solar with Powerwall 2 that maybe wants to expand the system to add more batteries, because you probably won't want to mix Powerwall 2 with Powerwall 3. So if you are in that bucket and you want to get Powerwall 2, now's the time to do it. It's an amazing product. It's not like you'll be making a bad decision just because there's a newer version available. Powerwall 2 and Powerwall 3 both have 13.5 kilowatt hours. So the capacity in terms of storage is going to remain the same. And from personal experience, I'll say Powerwall 2 is extremely resilient and has amazing longevity, because I've got my system here and it works the exact same as it did on the first day I got them. So thanks for joining us for another episode of The Green Stuff. It's been great to have you back. We covered today the subject of Powerwall 2. Yes, it's getting phased out. Yes, there's a newer product, but there are some cases where this might be the right product for you right now. Got to show you guys the solar system, show you guys the components that go into Powerwall 2 system. We did a quick little demo, and this is it. This is Powerwall 2. Tune in soon. We're going to do the Powerwall 3 video in our upcoming video.